My current challenge has been integrating more ease and balance into my lessons of impermanence, as life itself is impermanent. I acknowledge that I'm deeply attached to my identity, my lifestyle, and this is why non-judgment, non-resistance, and non-attachment have been some of my greatest teachers. Lately, I've been struggling with feelings of dread. There are big changes in the horizon, and surrendering to the constant changes of life that are always at play have made me feel uneasy. Fear is the craving for safety, and safety isn't something I've had most of my life. Those pathways for me are well worn, so even today, it's an active reclamation. We burn away a lot of precious energy hotly pursuing false narratives. So what would happen if we went towards sustaining pleasure instead of cheap dopamine hits? What would happen if we disarmed our fear, if we invited our shadow to tea, if we illuminated our trauma and pain as to not suffer in the darkness? I know I'm only momentarily in this human shell and that everything has a season. I don't have to squander precious life clinging to the past or even what is yet to come. To do so is to hope in vain to keep snowflakes alive in a jar and not delight in the wonderland all around you now. It's human habit to crave for things to be comfortable, familiar, known. But I also know that emotions combined with habit energy can feel particularly persuasive. So on this morning, when I felt an acute wave of existential dread, I sat in the discomfort. I illuminated my inner narrative and brought brighter light to the impermanence to even this discomfort. I also know that sitting stagnant in distraction or even altogether fleeing seems really alluring, but I rose out of bed and chose better for myself. I radically choose to love myself in both soft seasons and brittle. And lo and behold, I was able to fully dismantle the whispers of not feeling good enough through energy and body work. We dedicated the morning to meditation, yoga, and ecstatic movement as we often do, and the heavy curtain lifted. I can remember the suffering, but I can also choose to show up in my daily life in my own power. And this is why I'm so passionate about all of us possessing the capacity to tap into the deep well of power within each of us. We don't have to undermine our own joy and can choose to draw attention to the present moment as many times as we need. We can choose to return to compassion. We can choose patience. Temporary emotions feel powerful, but cultivating consciousness, attunement, and alignment is true power. Grounding in nature is probably my favorite medicine. Both in life and marriage, I feel like most things can be remedied by sweating it out together. We went hiking with old friends and new, and even bid farewell to our loyal employee of 5+ years in Nala's Gunkel. One morning, we played hooky and spent the morning on Salt River exploring the mangrove. With the salt water spraying on my face, the sunshine pouring down all over me, I submerged my feet over the edges and smiled so big, feeling like a little kid again. Whether it's riding a bike, skating, or jumping on a trampoline, the older I get, the more I value whatever helps me recapture the joy, awe, and wonder. Jay handcrafted a passion fruit trellis that he created with upcycled materials. A lot of St. Croix has caliche soil, and this very plant here struggled for 2 years before I brought him here, and he flourished within a month. Harvest season is in full swing, which is a beautiful reminder of impermanence yet again. Food is a big love language around here, and we've been breaking bread with friends as well as whipping up all sorts of goodies at home. One night, I made a garlic confit, blistered tomato, herby chili oil, and wild shrimp pasta with cheesy focaccia, cinnamon rolls, and vegan chocolate cupcakes. We spent time at a Crucian beach picnic and were also invited to a community Italian night. As they say, there's always, always, always something to be grateful for. So when tensions feel sticky or heavy, as they will because that's what life does, know that this too is only a moment in time, that clarity will return, and you can cultivate ease for yourself in any moment from the inside. You can unravel the projection, the judgment, the attachment. Align with how you want to show up, and by attuning to the stillness, you'll find everything you're seeking.